This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Ting, mobile that makes sense. What's going on, guys? I'm Mark Linsenge from Techno Buffalo, and it's another Tuesday show, so that means we'll be talking about the iPhone 6 and the 6 Plus's camera and see whether there's a difference in terms of quality. When Apple announced the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, we were really excited to see what's new in terms of hardware, particularly the camera. The iPhone 6 and 6 Plus are still at 8 megapixels, which is similar to previous iPhones, but this time around Apple introduced a newer and much better sensor, which can make a big difference when shooting photos and videos. It has face detection autofocus, which Apple is calling focus pixels, and it essentially provides the sensor with more information about your image that'll allow you to focus on your subject twice as fast. In terms of photo, both phones can shoot really well in any lighting conditions. On iPhone 6, you have digital image stabilization, which is pretty good. The shots we got were sharp, and it seems like every shot I took was in focus, and the colors were pretty accurate too. It's not too vibrant and not too undersaturated. It's just right. The 6 Plus, on the other hand, has optical image stabilization, meaning that the lens will move to compensate for any vibration or movements when you're shooting a photo or recording a video. Also, the 6 Plus has an advantage in shooting low-light photos, meaning it'll shoot at a slower shutter speed and lower ISO to get a less grainy image. Now, the 6's camera isn't bad by any means. It's just that if you like shooting photos or videos with your iPhone, I would definitely spend that extra $100 and get the 6 Plus just for the OIS alone. Now, don't expect DSLR quality pictures from your phone just yet, but our early testing suggests that these devices take some of the best images we've seen from a phone. In terms of video, there are a ton of new features for the 6 and 6 Plus. There's now continuous autofocus in video mode, and cinematic stabilization, which makes your footage much smoother than before using different software algorithms, and with OIS on a 6 Plus, your videos will be much more stable than ever. There's also a few other modes as well, like slow motion 720p at 240 frames per second, which is much slower than last year's 120 frames per second video. The 6 and 6 Plus can also film in 1080p 60 frames per second and or 30 frames per second, which is always a welcoming feature, especially for those who like to shoot videos on their iPhones. So let's take a quick break from this video and thank our friends over at Ting, mobile that makes sense. So with Ting, there's no plans. You're not forced to pick a plan based on what you assume you'll use each month. You simply pay for the service you use and leave the service whenever you want with no fees. There are no hidden admin fees or sketchy charges, and Ting bills are simple to understand and only charge you $6 per device, tax, and your usage per month. Bottom line, consumers are overpaying and underserved. Current customers with Ting will likely see a significant decrease in their monthly bill. If you're ready to get started, go to technobuffalo.ting.com and save $25 on your device purchase, or get $25 in Ting service credit to use towards your monthly bill. On paper, it sounds like the iPhone 6 Plus is much better than the iPhone 6 since it offers optical image stabilization rather than just the digital image stabilization found on the iPhone 6, but in real-world testing, it doesn't really matter all that much, especially if you're just going to be posting it on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Yes, the ability to shoot in low light may be a big deal to some, but for the average person, digital stabilization will do. And here's a few examples on what you can expect from the 6 Plus's OIS, and here's that same shot coming from the iPhone 6. Outside on a sunny day, you can't really tell the difference between the two, but in medium to low light condition, you can sort of tell the difference between these two shots. There's a bit more grain or noise on the 6's photo, whereas the 6 Plus doesn't appear to have as much grain or noise thanks to its OIS. Make sure you guys check out the rest of the photos on our site at technobuffalo.com and let us know which one you think is better. Now, quickly comparing the iPhone 6 and the 5S, there's a definite change in terms of photo quality from last year's iPhone. The shots we're getting are much sharper, colors are much better, and overall the quality is much better. Now, with the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus, Apple also improved the front-facing camera, which Apple is calling FaceTime HD. There's a new f2.2 aperture to let more light into the sensor, burst mode, and there's also auto HDR for both photos and videos, which is always a welcoming feature in my eyes. So to wrap things up for you guys, both cameras are great. It just depends on whether you want a bigger iPhone with a better camera or a big iPhone with a good camera. We're still putting these two devices through its paces before a final review. If you guys have any questions, just let us know in the comments down below. And as always, I'm Mark Linsenge from Techno Buffalo. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go to technobuffalo.ting.com to see how much you'll save. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you guys would like to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. We're also on Twitch, so make sure to check us out at twitch.tv/technobuffalo and see us play some good old-fashioned video games.